Next up on the menu, we have cheating makes 0 sense. Gonna be honest, I fear he's spitting straight facts here. Why would you cheat? That's literally just like on a metaphysical.
12 years.
Sorry about that. On a metaphysical sense, cheating is just like weakness. You're just displaying weakness to the universe that you don't have the means to tell the person that you're no longer interested in them. You're expressing weakness, lack, and insecurity that you're not secure in your own decision, so you would rather just cheat and experience someone else without having them know. That's on a metaphysical sense, you're weak and you're a bitch if you cheat. On an actual sense, like just non-spiritually, non-metaphysically, even though everything is metaphysical, you're still a loser. You're a bitch. You're a fucking hoe. Like, why would you cheat? You literally took someone's heart who trusted you, right? They trusted you and they literally let you in. You know a lot about them, I imagine, if y'all truly were in a serious relationship, and then you cheat. Some super villain ass shit right here. But let's get about the video. Talk to me.
Out of the 12 years I've been on this planet Earth, I've seen a bunch of relationships go into messy breakups, and I notice how cheating or being in toxic relationships aren't normal, yet they're very common. And I know it sounds confusing at first, but let me give you another example. People that doom scroll in bed until 3 a.m. is not normal, but it is very common. And when it comes to relationships nowadays, I would hear these insane stories. Like one of my homeboys would be telling me, "Yo, bro, what happened? I just found out my girlfriend kidnapped my whole family, tortured my dog, and has been cheating on me for the past 3 months." Damn, bro, that sucks. You're gonna break it off with her though, right? Nah, man, I know she ain't like that. We're gonna try to talk it out and figure something out.
Whip.
Like this past week, we had some crazy stories going on about the guys out there. First of all, we got a dude cheating on his girlfriend. We got a dude allegedly assaulting their girlfriend. And we got a dude allegedly murdering his girlfriend. Now, I'm not making this up. This is the current news going on right now. Klay Thompson, the NBA basketball player, apparently cheated on the rapper Megan Thee Stallion. Evelyn Ha and Ben Pasternak broke up. And there's allegations thrown around on who abused who, and again, alleged cheating. And David the singer is currently in court over doing some evil shit.
Okay, that's a whole different other story. This whole David situation, not really just cheating, or like something as comparable to the past ones. The other ones he did mention are bad, don't get me wrong, but this takes the cake. This is just fucking disgusting. So this, I don't know.
That's on a whole nother level than the first two.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna separate them out of the video. But I want to get into a theme that's been going on with relationships nowadays, and that's about cheating. The act of getting plowed down when you have a whole nother boyfriend or girlfriend. This happens so much. Like whenever I hear a story about a breakup, I'm not even surprised that the other person has been hooking up with their sneaking link months before they ended it. It's a cold world. I wish I could go back to the times where I thought cheating was one of the most evil things you could do in a relationship, and it rarely happened. But it's as common as finding a Rattata in Pokemon. If cheating was illegal,
still very evil, but it's just not as common. So I guess people are more desensitized to it.
a lot of y'all will be in jail is what I'm saying. Look at all these jokes being made when your partner goes to ASU for college. It's a canon event at this point. And people have different definitions of cheating, which makes it really confusing. But at least for me, cheating is not liking another person's post of the opposite sex or going out to party.
Listen here, this is what you need to do. You need to talk with your partner and have that hard discussion of what do you consider as cheating. That way you have a hard line in the sand and you know how to move. You know how to follow, you know what to do, you know what not to do. And that's just as simple as communication type shit.
With a bunch of people of the opposite gender, there are a lot of things in a relationship in a gray area that doesn't have a defined label on it being good or bad, but cheating is way outside that gray area. That's where you can say you're wrong and there's no way you can excuse that action, because you could be unfaithful but not a cheater. You know, you can do unfaithful things but still kind of talk your way out of it. For example, if you gave out your Instagram to someone who's obviously interested in you, you can pass it off and say, oh, I'm just trying to be nice. But then if you start sleeping with your next door neighbor, are you just trying to be nice? For me, cheating is straight up kissing another person, sleeping with another person, or whatever this thing is. It's good to note those small actions of being unfaithful will definitely lead to infidelity, but infidelity is the final results. The actions taken before I would not consider cheating. But with that in mind, that means cheating is never an accident. Your dick does not accidentally fucking slip into someone else's vagina, okay? That's what you hear from a porn script. In real life, there are multiple steps taken before someone cheats. You have to be at the place to meet that person. You have to shave down there. Maybe you're planning out the underwear you're gonna wear. You have to take off a couple.
Some people don't shave down there because some people are, you know, they're wild. They do it like that.
Pieces of clothing before you do the deed. And if during those steps there's no conscience telling you, no, I can't do this, I have a boyfriend or girlfriend, and it doesn't stop you, then you're a cheater. What can I say? Respectfully, you're a piece of shit. And unfortunately, there are hella turds in this world, because people will go through all these steps and still choose to betray their partner. You could be the it girl, Megan Thee Stallion, one of the S tier baddies, and still get cheated on. Sniper Wolf and her ex-boyfriend. There is obviously a visual difference here. Sniper Wolf is the breadwinner of the relationship, but this chud still decides to cheat.
I didn't even know that guy cheated on her. Ew, look at him. Like, bro,
still get cheated
I'm not one to talk about
Sniper Wolf and
looks that much.
Ex-boyfriend. There is
come on, man. Look at this disparage. I mean, look at the what is the fucking word? Holy shit. I didn't use the right word. Look at the discrepancy between the two. Come on, man. See, this is why people of certain stature, certain caliber shouldn't get with people that are out of their league, because then they get a big hit and they think, oh, I can do whatever I want. Look at his face, that smug fucking face. You know what I mean? Holy shit. I don't like Sniper Wolf, but this is absolutely fucking diabolical.
Obviously a visual difference here. Sniper Wolf is the breadwinner of the relationship, but this chud still decides to cheat. Will and Jada Smith, 6'2", handsome, rich, successful, gets the same fate as everyone else. That's what's scary about getting into relationships.
Well, Jada's kind of a bold-headed demon. Just like what if you watch Black Panther and you saw, I think it was the newest iteration of Black Panther where his sister became Black Panther and they were having a meeting, and then one of the Wakandan warriors was talking, and then the Jabrati dude, the dude with the fade and the beard, he was like, you bold-headed demon. That's all I can think of when someone says Jada's name. That's all I can think of. All I can think is, you bold-headed demon. You know what I mean?
Can do everything in your power to ascend yourself in life max with success and happiness. You will always have that slim possibility of getting cheated on. Those same rich celebrities and billionaires go through the same relationship issues as every other peasant, just like us. Money and fortune does not fix this shit. And I know it sounds like coping and
I think it actually makes it worse, to be quite honest with you. Money and fortune just exacerbates the whole fucking holy shit, I can't speak today. It exacerbates the whole issue. So it blows it out of proportion, and there's more of a reason for them to cheat because they're only with you for your money most of the time when you're successful, unfortunately.
But if you have gotten cheated on, it says a lot more about the other person's character than it has to do yourself. Because no one was holding them at gunpoint to sleep with Jimmy down the street. True. They made a choice to break that trust that you guys had.
Well, you also weren't holding them at gunpoint to stay with you either. They could have just like ended it. You know what I mean? They could have just said, I don't want to be with you anymore. Sure, it would have hurt, but it would have hurt a lot less if you would have just said that than cheated.
And if you were the problem and they were a decent person, they would have just broke up with you. That option was always on the table, and it should have been the option they went with. Like, what are we doing dancing around with your roster and doing stuff behind your partner's back? At that point, you're putting in so much work to hide things from your partner, it's just way easier to break up anyway.
Exactly.
So if breaking up is easier and it takes less effort, why do people still cheat? What is actually going on for someone to be married for 20 years and throwing it all away for a one-night stand? There's this theory I have in our society, and it's that monogamy is a social construct. Think about it. As much as we want to say—
That's true. Monogamy is a social construct, but it's one that I tend to like. Feel the way you want to feel about that. But monogamy is something that I think is one of the social constructs that serves you more than most social constructs do. And the reason why I say that is because there is just something objectively romantic about having that one person that is only there for you in a specific way. At least that's the way I feel about it.
Say, oh, I want to find the one for me. I want to live happily ever after with the love of my life. Tell me why. Almost everyone knows a friend of theirs who's gotten cheated on a relationship or has gotten cheated on themselves. It's too common to say that it's a defect in someone. It might be a default. It was not as popular in the past to be in multiple relationships because it was looked down upon. But now that it's tolerated and normalized, so to speak, people are going crazy. New updates in the dating scene changes how we view dating.
Well, you can boil that down to a lot of things, since people looking down on non-monogamous relationships in the past was frowned upon, and now it's not. Maybe people are just trying to like explore outside of their bounds that have been broken. You know what I mean? They're trying to see. It's like grass is greener fallacy, where they've been on this side of the fence for so long that other side of the fence starts looking very lush and tasteful and full of mini fruit that they jump, and then they realize it's nothing but concrete. That's all. Tale is all its time.
People are no longer satisfied with their one partner. They want more. They want to see what other options they can get out there. They want to try out more tits, more ass, more dick, more cock. People go into dating like how a 5-year-old goes into an ice cream shop. There are a million flavors and you want to try every single one. But after a few samples, eventually you got to choose one and stick with it.
I don't know about every single one because I don't know many people who are, you know, a straight man and then all of a sudden, well, whatever.
And instead of choosing that flavor and being happy with it, they're sad because they weren't sure if it was the best one because they didn't get to try the other flavors. Stick with your mint chocolate chip ice cream and be happy with it, little bro. It's a good flavor. Stop worrying about the other flavors and just enjoy your ice cream. I know it's a good mindset to always strive for the best, but love and relationships are one of the few things that shouldn't be calculated like that. I feel like people are constantly looking for a better and they forget they have a whole boyfriend or girlfriend right there in front of them who are amazing. And they still chose a rum raisin flavor over the mint chocolate chip because they wanted to try something new. Now, cheating is not a gender exclusive thing. Guys cheat, girls cheat, everyone is capable of cheating. But what I have noticed is guys and girls cheat differently. Guys typically cheat based on lust. They'll go to a club or bar, find someone attractive, hook up with them for the night, then go back to their girlfriend or wife like nothing happened. But girls, they will emotionally cheat first. Before anything physical happens, you can sense them slowly checking out the relationship. Like that one guy she told you not to worry about. It was fine in the beginning, but months later, you got a chair in the corner of the bedroom with your name on it. They both have pros and cons. Wait, pros and cons. They both have goods and bads to it. Usually when the guy that cheats gets caught, they'll go down on their knees begging for you to forgive them. I'm sorry, baby. It was a mistake. I'll never do it again. But when it's a girl, they give no fucks. They mentally detached from you months ago and they're moving on with the next person.
Well, I've seen girls do the same, do like break down hysterically. And I've seen guys not give a fuck either. So that's also not gender specific.
Because of that, you can typically catch a girl cheating in the relationship way easier than you can
the
a guy.
Dexter stare always gets me. It's so funny how he just be looking. It's so hilarious.
Because a guy will hook up with a person for a night and come back to you.
That's
like
how I be staring at my boss when he be asking me, do you want to come in more? I'm like, because he already knows the answer to that.
Or Tuesday. In that way, it's also scary because
more money, of course.
They could do something behind your back and you wouldn't even realize it. But they'll also still cry and break down whenever they get caught. Those are my personal observations. Let me know if you guys disagree or agree with me in the comments. It's a trend that I noticed, but obviously it's not always how it goes. But overall, the current news going on with Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson is not the first time we heard about celebrities cheating on each other, and it definitely won't be the last.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, guys. I think we get the point. We get the picture of the whole video. Cheating makes zero sense. Very accurate title. Very true title. True and based. Man did not lie once. There's no reason to cheat, for real. Like, name something more pathetic than a cheater. Other than, like, obviously someone like David who's a pedo, you know? Like, that's like bottom. That's like below the barrel. Bottom of the barrel is a cheater, because how weak are you? You call yourself a man, yet you can't face your fears. So you go and you destroy someone's feelings in their heart that claim to love you and you claim to love as well. And same for a woman. How can you call yourself a self-respecting woman, a self-respecting person anyway, someone with integrity, and you go and you destroy someone's like feelings behind their back? It's one thing if you say, hey, this situation that we have going on is not working for me. That makes sense. But if you go and you do it behind their back, you are a fucking loser. And I want you to know that wholeheartedly. With all that being said, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Binge the rest of the videos on my channel. I think you'll find great success in watching all of them. And with all that being said, thanks for watching. Have a better day than me.